Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. You think your neighbors are bad? Count your blessings. You could be living next to Trash Mountain with tweakers dropping deuces in the driveway. Like and hype. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Austin Sharp, Stephen Paul.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Paul, if you'd activate your audio and video, please. All right, thank you. And activate your audio, please, Mr. Paul. And click on the microphone.
There you go. Sorry.
Thank you. And both raise your right hands, please. Swear the testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Paul, I need a yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Mr. Sharp, Mr. Paul resides next door to you, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And he's the son of your neighbor?
Yes, sir.
And you say he threatens to assault you, he yells at you, and you say he has a camera pointed into your kitchen. Tell me about all that.
So the house that I inherited has a reputation. All that's been resolved. There's no more of the traffic there. There's no more of the people there. I've been trying to get it cleaned and ready to go for a sale. We're supposed to sign sometime this week. I'm trying to get out of there. But he makes it hard every time that my wife or I go outside and he has a problem. He'll yell and scream. He'll call me names. He'll, just Saturday, we had to call the sheriff on him because somebody, either him or somebody from his property, was throwing fruit from their tree into my driveway right after my wife and I and her friend spent like 4 hours trying to clean it up. It's all petty stuff. But since this protection order this temporary one has been in place, it's been the most peaceful week that he got served, that we didn't have to hear none of that.
Okay. And Mr. Paul, anything you want to say?
Yeah, it's been peaceful for them. I still do not get any sleep. The traffic has not stopped. Their backyard. These guys have been. They started as squatters. The homeowner had passed away. They were sleeping and living in the driveway in their van at the time. And my mother was actually friends with the homeowner, Gene, and he passed away. And when he passed away, Austin decided that he was going to move into the house and just claim it as his. So we've always had problems because they have the tweaker that lived in the RV for the last 15 years just finally left last week. Finally got in his RV and took off, but they have traffic. I got cameras pointed all around my property because they have traffic at all hours of the night. I mean, just this week, they've had their buddies over with a Ford Ranger, and they're chopping chopping stuff up in the front of their yard and trying to pull things out with this truck. And it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I've been going to CDL school for the last 6 weeks, just stressed out of my mind. I haven't even been home to harass anybody. I just have to deal with it at night. It's just insane. Nobody gets sleep at my house. I have a 66-year-old mother. My 13-year-old nephew, like, he called the cops the other day because I had my 13-year-old nephew pick up fruit, and apparently, yeah, he threw a couple of apples on his property. He's 13 years old. And I told him to stop and started putting them. I was picking up apples and putting them in the bucket. We have a 50-foot apple tree that hangs over their property. Most of those apples just dropped on their property. I witnessed them yesterday, or just 2 days ago. I witnessed his wife just grabbing garbage and throwing it onto their property. He said he's cleaning up the property. They've been like all day they've been grabbing things out of the house, and where the RV used to be parked between the shop and the house, they're just throwing massive amounts of garbage that they're going to leave there. And I have video recording just from my phone for about 5 years of they've had people defecating in their driveway right in front of me and my 13-year-old nephew. They've had people smoking meth pipes in their uh right in their middle of their driveway out in the open. People working on cars, people antagonizing my dogs. I've called the cops on not Austin, but the people that he has over there, and him being supposedly the homeowner. He doesn't tell anybody to leave. He doesn't keep tweakers or people that are making our lives a living hell, basically. Like I had somebody over there or they had people over there getting scrap metal that's right against my fence. Well, I have a guard dog. My guard dog is barking because they're touching the fence, and his these people are meowing at my dog. So I go over there and I ask them, hey, can you please stop antagonizing my dog? We're trying to be in peace over here, doing yard work ourselves. And the dude screams at me and is like, no, your dog's barking, F you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's a dog. It's going to bark. And then it got escalated, and all of a sudden he's trying to fight me. And he goes to his truck and pulls a can of bear mace out on me, and I'm standing on my property, and he straight up points bear mace at my face. Him and his wife come out and start screaming and hollering and telling me they're gonna kill me and find me outside of the pines, and you just wait. And these are all people that I would not have a problem at all with my neighbors if Austin would actually control his property. I have videos of them burning garbage, and I had to call not only me but the whole cul-de-sac had called the fire department on them for burning garbage, and they retaliate by calling the fire department and telling them that there's a structure fire on my property. So they close down the road, and the whole fire brigade comes to the cul-de-sac and comes and checks out our house. This is brush fire week, by the way, so everybody is burning their brush before the burn ban. But I have on I have so much just recorded through the years with a time, date, GPS stamp of crime, like just criminal acts, harassment, and it's all still saved on my phone. I've complained to the Pines. I've emailed her videos. Um, they don't do anything. The HOA here's a joke. You know, they'll harass the elderly and fine them, but they won't actually take care of a trap house that's, the last trap house in the cul-de-sac. And that's exactly what it is. People sleep in their driveway, in their cars with them running. That's exactly why I have. And it's funny that he says that I have a camera pointed into his kitchen, because I definitely do not have a camera pointed in his kitchen. That was they had a camera. The Sarah, their friend who lives there, had a camera pointed straight at my mother's bedroom window, and I put up cameras so that I know that nothing's going on, and Dawson's not the one that put the camera up there. I know that. But I addressed it, and I was like, this isn't okay. Could you guys please, like, I don't even care if the camera's there. Could you please just turn it away from my mother's window? And Sarah had came out and started calling me the N-word and screaming at me and hollering. So a lot of the beef wasn't even between me and Austin, but just so many years of so much stuff going on. We butted heads. And I've gotten angry, and we both, I mean, the day when he called the cops on me, he was sitting there in the window flipping me off and antagonizing me too. It was a two-way street. You know what I mean? And all I've been wanting to do literally for years is get rest and not have to be worried about the crap that's going on right in front of our house. Like it's just been stressful. I mean, my mom's been dealing with it for forever. When Jean died, she thought we were finally gonna get peace, and it turned around and got even worse than when Jean was here.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Sharp, you get the last word.
So, yes, the house used to be extremely bad. I will agree with that. I've only been back since 2022. I've been trying to get all these people out. They've been there for quite a while. I got to go through the court process, and when they don't leave, I got to go through the all unlawful detainer. So what it boils down to is, no matter what I tried to do to get those people out for the entire year Eugene had passed away, I was met with force from all of them. I eventually had to file unlawful detainers for them all. That's why they're all out now. But even though he says it wasn't me that created this whole thing, he still takes it out on me like it's my fault. Like I'm not doing anything to resolve it. I can't force people's own free will. I can tell them to leave and call the police and told them that I told them to leave, but because somebody that was living there invited them there, I can't. There's nothing I can do because they were invited.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, I get it.
And
It's
Mr. Sharp, you said you're in the process of moving, is that correct?
Somewhere between now and the end of the year, we're supposed to be moving. We're supposed to be signing to sell it sometime this week, but I've been hearing that for quite a while. Guarantees it's either going to be today or Friday. So, can I just say one more thing, Judge?
One last thing.
The reason that we're throwing all the trash in where the RV used to be is because that's what the buyer asked us to do. So that way they can come and haul it out easier and don't have to go in the house to throw it out there.
Okay, but that's not on Mr. Paul's property, is it?
No, sir, it's on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, may I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, the biggest issue that I've had is the backyard. They decided, and I'm not sure, I just wish that Austin would like see, or like, not let certain people do things, because like their whole backyard, we share a fence, but the fence is ours, correct? So uh in the backyard they have created what I call trash mountain. And um I'm not sure who's friends, but they have these people come over and do cleanup or help them out, but they're not watching what they're doing or mediating it, and they're literally they took every piece of trash and garbage for the last 17 years in the backyard, and they stacked it against our fence on our property line, and that's what started everything with me, because there's a single mom who's an alcoholic that's been living there, and all she throws her garbage bags back there with dirty diapers. You know, our whole property smells like a dump, and it's dirty, pissed, burnt mattresses, and uh just things from oil, like literally anything you can think of. It's a trash mountain against our fence, and
Okay.
it's just disgusting. And I've tried to talk to them about it, and nothing ever gets resolved. And
All right,
HOP,
yeah, Mr. Paul, I'm gonna cut you off on that one. I have the impression you've made it quite clear what it looks like and feels like, and smells like.
I got videos and
Okay,
pictures.
all right. So understanding all that, I'm going to order that you have no contact with Mr. Sharp, even though neither one of you really seems to be the center part of the problem here. The problem is the people who've been illegally homesteading on the property.
Yeah.
So I think what I will indicate to you, Mr. Paul, is your response isn't to reach out to Mr. Sharp. He's indicated he's making attempts to try to rectify the situation. As far as the health hazards go, you called Thurston County Public Health, report what you're finding, and they can come out and take a look, and the county can issue orders regarding cleanup and that sort of thing. But calling Mr. Sharp, I think at this point is not an issue, is a way of getting it resolved. I think you're going to have to work through the various agencies that would be responsible for that. So for the next year, no contact with Mr. Sharp. You're not to go on to the property. And Mr. Sharp, if you want the order renewed, you have to come back to court and ask for it to be renewed. And in the meantime, since you have a no contact order against Mr. Paul, you shouldn't have contact with Mr. Paul yourself. Okay. The order's entered under the same terms as the temporary order had been, so we don't need further service, but it is available in the file if you wish to have a copy of it. Thank you.
Good.